Welcome back to horse racing today, as I am just a wee bit confused because we have some new stuff in the background. Yay! For me to manage with, I guess there's a new thing where you can watch us on your iPhones now or tablets and stuff and have the right proportions. So hopefully that helps you enjoy the show a little bit better. Hopefully one of the things that helps you enjoy the show is, of course, free picks. Today, we have some free picks over at Will Rogers for Guaranteed Tip Sheet. There's a link in the description below. When the show is over, head on to horseracingtoday.net. Right there, we'll post our picks. This one Friday will be at Caulfield. Well, Tom and I can only go up from this past weekend at Shawton, so you don't want to miss that. Of course, it's getting cold out there, Terry, so hit that HRT gear button. We got snow here in Chicago last night, like 3-4 inches of snow. Crazy. All lake effect, but get up and have your coffee in a Horse Racing Today mug. Help support the show. We would greatly appreciate that. It is a muddy day today in Parx Racing, Terry. Race number 1 in the mud when they get going is going to be 1 mile and 70 yards. You see the profile of a winner scrolling down there below, but it does favor speed. And according to our smart sheets, Terry, when the gates open for the first time this week, they'll be chasing the lucky number.
That's right. That number 7 is going to shoot out of there like a cannon.
Yes, very fast cannon. And you have 3 horses that want to be on the lead, 3 that want to co-pilot, 4 that want to close. So a pretty fairly balanced affair, Terry. But if any of them are going to find a race today that looks like their best performances, who might they be?
Well, there's several of them. There's 5, 6, 7, and 11, all above that 50% threshold, with the 8 being the 7 being the highest.
Yes, indeed. So as far as jockeys or trainers, anything catch your eye in there, Terry?
Yeah, the 2 is the best jockey. The 10 has the best trainer data. But I think the 8 has the best combination of jockey-trainer combination.
Yes, speaking of the 8 horse, over here we see it has a 7-point last race speed figure edge over everybody else. 7 has an early speed edge. The 5 has a late speed edge. 5 points equals about 1 length, so about 1.5 lengths quicker than everybody else down the stretch. Terry, race 1's about to get going, so why don't we just make our picks?
Okay, well, I like in this race, number 8, Rocket Knight, drops in class today, ran second versus Tougher in last race, plus has a top trainer and jockey. Prairie Dunes, the 1, finished third versus similar. Rail Post is winning 19% clip. Best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Then 2, Spit the Bit. Finished third versus Tougher in the last race. Drops in class today. Has a trainer who wins 18% of the routes that he has a horse competing in. And then I like 5 as my long shot, Sure Dominance. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me.
I'm going to start off with the 8 horse 2 in there right now. It is your 9-5 favorite on the board. That guy, Rocket Knight, top last race speed figure, 7 points. Simulation favorite, top total pace. A little faster fractions last out. Number 7, Irish Tenor. Next for me, out on the lead by himself, catching a 10-pound weight break. That could be big on a day. We don't know how they're going to react to the muddy track. War Commander, the 10. Going to try Parx for the first time with some of the most back class. And then finally, the 2, Spit the Bit, is your biggest class dropper. Was a little bit faster last time out, usually an indication of a horse on the upside. No additional bets for me, though. I do have $8 left, I think.
Yeah.
That I'll spend along the way somewhere. What's that?
Don Johnson says nobody can read what we have here. It's too small. Is there any way to get rid of the left side there? Or?
You and me?
Yeah, well, yeah, we're here, but there's also a box on the far left. On my far left.
On the far left. This one here? Yeah, you can hide that. I don't think that's
this one?
Yeah. Are you watching on a phone? Is that what's happening? Don, because we put up a new thing today. I can get rid of it if it doesn't work. I can't do it today, I don't think. Too small, can't see. Blow it up, can't see the plays. All right. So you're watching on a phone. Maybe turn it sideways.
Does that help?
I'll know going forward not to use that extra piece in there. Because good afternoon. How are you out there in England today? No you're watching on a tablet.
How's that?
Can you turn a tablet sideways? Looks fine on desktop. Yeah. If you're using a desktop, because we still have the desktop, there's a new mobile thing in StreamYard, which is what we use. I don't know if I can end this one or not. I know what you're saying. It's sideways and it's hard to read. I get it. So I can't. I don't know if I can close that one out or not. To be honest with you, it's something new. So I'm glad that you put it out, Don. So unfortunately, it's not something I think I can get rid of right now. But I know going forward tomorrow not to use it again.
Does this help right here when I do this?
What are you doing?
I just enlarged it on my screen at least.
Well, I can enlarge this for sure. That's not a problem. I think what's going on is he can't see it because of the. Hopefully that helped Don. That's not going to help. It's different what he's talking about. All right. Anyway, race 1 is off and running. The 7-horse Irish Tenor on the front with the 3-horse at the moment. That one is Coach Flint. 3-horse kind of backing off a little bit. The 8-horse, which is your favorite, is out in that mix too. It's like the 7 and the 8-horse right now, just kind of jogging along on the front. They're not really looking like they're really working very hard to me. The 10-horse is getting in the mix now as well. So you got the 7, you got the 8, you got the 10. The 10 is coming pretty aggressively. Down on the rail, someone that's probably coming the hardest of all is the 1. He's getting whacked pretty hard, so I'm not quite sure what he's going to have as they come down the stretch. They're making their way towards the home. It's going to be a pretty aggressive race down the finish line. It looks to me like right now the 8-horse is moving the best, though. You got that 6-horse between the – boy, it's going to be tough. It's going to be 6-10-1-7-8. 6-10-1-7-8.
Wow.
Bija again. The longest shot in the morning line odds, or one of them anyway. Let's go back and see.
Third longest shot of the race at 38-1.
Yeah, and what's funny about that 6-horse, Terry, is in a race that's pretty open, 3rd best C zone in there.
Yeah.
He was not a yes horse. He was a no horse. Did show some improvement last time. One of the few that were flat. It doesn't really show up anywhere else. So just chalk that up to a horse beating you in race number 1, right?
Yeah. And
can you see it any better now? You see it perfectly per usual on laptop. Yeah, because it's a little bit different on the thing. That's better. Okay, so you can see it better. That. Hi, you're in Brazil. Well, nice to meet you, Lucas. Thanks for joining us from all the way from Brazil. I don't know that I can. Hold on a second. Maximize. That didn't work. You can't see Terry and I don't want to do that. Hold on. Let me bring that back in. Forgive me, folks, as I try to work my way around some of this stuff here. Remove from stage. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah. I don't think that helps either. I don't think that makes things worse, I think. Right, Don?
Yeah, that makes it worse.
For sure. Topless handicapping. Yes, we should probably do that, Tom. Although we might chase everybody away if we haven't done so already, especially with the way we went about our business on Foreign Friday. All right, so race number 2 is what we're going to do next, and in race number 2, we're looking at 6.5 furlongs, and this one you'll see that early speed does well. The inside 3 are the most dominant. 4 through 7 to discount, 8 and out a little bit of a move forward. In the second race, being a maiden claiming type, we want to pay attention to which horses have hit that speed figure of 75, Terry. And in race number 2, has anybody been able to achieve that success?
Yeah, the 4 has. It's the only one, though, that's gotten either exceeded or equaled the speed par number for this race.
And when you take a look at, only for me, Sunday. Oh, yeah, it was a tough day. I don't even remember. So when we see a bunch of first-time win seekers, I also want to look over here at second race par ability and workouts for the first-time starters. Really nothing much to show in there, Terry. So as far as early speed, a lot of times these maidens get to the front and win. But we did see one come from off the pace. But if that speed holds up, where would you look?
Well, if you want to go with the speed, the 4 and the 3 has the most speed in here. So
Yeah, and the race shape says they'll be out front. The 2 closer, the 1, 5, 6, and 8, not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. Looks like a couple of them in here, Terry, might like the way today takes place.
The 4 and the 8 both have C zones that are above that 50% threshold.
So we got the 4 here, but we also got the 4 over here, Terry. It looks like the only choice for jockey and trainer.
Yeah, it is. It's the best combination.
Another horse with a last race speed figure, 11 points better than everybody else. Terry, on paper at least, it looks like the 4 horse is the one to beat. Will anybody beat it?
I don't think so. I like the 4 ran second versus similar in the last race as a favorite and switches to a high percentage winning trainer, wins 30% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again. And she has a high percentage winning jockey. Act of Faith, the 1 is my second choice, finished 3rd versus similar in her in the last time, draws the winning post, the winning real post at 20%. Strong trainer, 21% wins with claimers and a successful jockey. And then number 3, I'll Say More, drops in class today and has a good jockey. Supersonic Betting, the 2 is my long shot, finished 2nd in the last race. She has a high percentage winning trainer as well. I'm going to play the very first Don Johnson Miami Vice on pick 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 with the 2, 3, with the 2, 3, 4, 6, with the 1, 4, 5, a $48 ticket.
I think the 4 horse is going to be pretty tough to beat here. You got Jamie Ness, you got Michael Sanchez on the 4 horse, top last race speed figure on the lead. Well, it didn't hold up in the opener. Maybe it'll hold up in round 2. Supersonic Betty, the 2 horse, 15-1, slow start in its debut, but this one does have second race upside. None of the others can make that claim. Number 5, Tip Top. Better early pace last time out, better fractions, and it is your biggest class dropper. You see that here with the 5, better early pace. The only one that showed better fractions and down an entire length. Needs a little better jockey, but hey, the trainer's probably all right. And then finally, number 1, Act of Faith, was a tough call for me over the 6 horse. Weekend Honor, but more upside, ran in less races. I'm going to go 2, 4, 5 with the 1, 2, 3 with the, I can't do this, with the 2, 3, 5, 6 and the 1, 5, 6, and 7. All right. So I'm going to have to pick one somewhere where I take a little bit of money out. So I'm going to go with here. I'm just going to go 2, 3 in the second. What? I was really fighting today with my pick 4s too, trying to put the tickets together. I don't know why. There you go. 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, 6, and then 1, 5, 6, and 7. My pick 4 is also $48. Off to race. No, let's see, Thomas. I will skip 2, 3, 6, and 8. Race number 2. You're a funny guy. Well, we don't have any of those guys in there anyway. So we got the 2 in there and the 3. So you got everybody else. Race number 3. Today is going to be 1 mile. It's going to be one clean trip around the Ben Salem track. You can see the start and finish line in the same place. In the mud, Terry. Well, in the regular circumstances, 36% of the time, the horse that gets the lead keeps the lead. Posts 2 through 7 are the most fair. Do we have any horse that has a good chance to get out to the lead and add to that wire-to-wire ratio?
Absolutely. The 2 has a lot of speed according to the data, followed up by that 3.
Yeah, indeed. Those 2 and the 3. Really none of them, though, are really true pace setters. The 3 is a little bit of a left arrow horse. The 2 will be out front there as well, Terry, but it doesn't look like the 2 is going to be as comfortable as the 3.
Or the 5, as 5 has the best C-zone numbers.
Who's got the best jockey trainer?
1's the best jockey, 3 is the best trainer, but I think the 1's the best jockey trainer combination.
See, a lot of horses last time out showed some better pace early on. The only one showed it late is the 3 horse Battling Time, and Ragtap Girl, also the only one with better fractions. 3 of them dropping in class, 3 of them holding firm. Speaking of 3s, the 3, 9-point last race speed figure is your simulation favorite. But what's interesting in this race to me, Terry, is you got the rabbit and the hare. The 2 horse, great chance to be out on the lead, a 1-length early speed advantage. The 6, a little more than a 2-length late speed. So do you go speed figure? Do you go speed? Do you go closer? Or do you go a different way?
Well, I went with the 2, Roman Goddess. Ran second versus similar last race. Best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. Switches to a high percentage winning trainer. And then battling time, the 3 finished in the money in 3 out of 4 races. Drops in class today, highest speed figure at today's distance, and she has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer too. Ragtap Girl, the won last race at Parx Racing, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then I like the 5 as my long shot. She has won 2 out of 4 starts at Parx Racing, drops in class today, and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me here.
Yes, our friend Tom pointing out that the 5 is a horse for the course. He's going to skip the 4 and the 6 in race number 3. He's going to go with the 1, the 2, and the 5. I'm going to go with the 2-horse Roman Goddess. Speedster, Mr. Terry. All that early speed edge, although we didn't see that hold up. Maybe it does with the top total pace horse. The 3-horse with its last race speed figure, 9 points better than everybody else. It is the even money simulation favorite and by far the top par plus. Par plus being where we go ahead and do a simulation with 1,000 races and compare that to the speed figure of 75, which is the average winning speed figure according to Brisnet. And in 630 out of 1,000 occasions, battling time, that even money simulation favorite, getting across that hurdle. Number 1, Ragtap Girl as your morning line favorite. Much better early pace and fractions in its last race. I think cutting in distance is useful today. And then finally, the 6-horse, Joey the Fish. Hey, it's muddy, it's wet. If anybody can get the job done, it'll be Joey the Fish. I got a guy. Top closer, biggest in-race edge of 12 points, about 2.5 lengths. And we saw a closer wearing a 6 win the first race. I'm all in to trends, Terry. Superstition. Race number 4. That one is going to be 6 furlongs. Trio of those races today. And you'll find that early speed, particularly on the inside, does pretty well. Another maiden race where 68 is the speed figure. That's kind of a low bar to get across. And in race number 4, Terry, do we have any of them that were able to hurdle even that low speed figure?
Oh, the 6 got really close to it. Was within 4 points or 5 points of the par speed number.
Yeah, in our race shape, the 6 wants to close. The 1, the 4, the 5, and the 7, not within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line so far. That leaves the 2 and the 3 as your first-time starters, Terry, both of which have scores that merit attention.
Yeah, because we like to see that perfect score is 3, and we like to see 2.5 or above, and they both are above that 2.5 threshold.
They may not have the best jockey-trainer combinations. They go elsewhere, but they're not bad. Or do you think the 2 is the best?
Well, the 1 is the best jockey according to the – nope, I got this wrong here. I've got that wrong. Looks like the 7. That's why I didn't put my little tail up there. Okay, and then the 4 has the best trainer, but the 2 has the best combination of jockey-trainer combination.
So Tom likes the 3-horse. Firster, Bullet Work, race number 4, right there. 1 early speed, then last and then faded. That type, Ragtag Mama. As far as the other data points, the 4-horse is 4 points better than everybody else last race of the experienced horses. The 5 is your simulation favorite. You got a ton of speed in here, Mr. Terry, but the 5 is also a pretty strong closer, although the 6 is your top total pace. This race really looks like an all button to me, but we don't get to do that. We have to make our thoughts public. And what do you like?
Well, I like the 6, Cap'n Cats. Ran second versus similar last race. Best dirt speed is fast among today's starters and has a good top jockey and trainer. And then Lucky Cat Capo, the 4 or Capo, has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. And then the 2 is my third choice. He's a first-time starter whose dam has 2 winners from 2 starters. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey and a bullet workout November 4th. Then I like the 3 as my long shot. He is a first-time starter as well, whose trainers wins 27% of the races with first-time starters and breeding suits today's sprint distance. I'm going to play the 2nd Miami Vice, Don Johnson, pick 4, 2, 3, 4, 6 with the 1, 4, 5 with the 1, 3, 10, 11, and finish up with a 4, 5. That's a $48 ticket.
I'm going to begin this race with the 3-horse and the 2-horse. The reason being that we have all no horses in here. So I'm going to go ahead with taking the top 2 first-time starters. And my good friend Tom agreeing with me. So Those would be horses you want to avoid, like like some deadly diseases. Next up for me is the 6-horse Captain Cats. Of the experienced horses, top last race speed figure, 4 points better than everybody else. Top total pace, 6 points better. That is the experienced horse to beat. And then Gavone, the 5-horse, my final selection. That one is the only pure maiden special weight dropper. Everybody else has already taken a shot in the maiden claiming ranks and has not come home a winner yet. That's the biggest drop in all of horse racing, at least so I've heard. I'm going to do my pick 4. I wanted to stick. I do have the 5 in there. Good. 2, 3, 5, and 6 with the 5, 6, with the 1, 6, 10, 11, with the 2, 3, and 4. And I'd say my confidence level on this pick 4 and the next one's probably about a C. C plus, maybe. 10 races. That means the 5th race, Terry, is the end of the first half of the card. In the mud, in race number 5, we are going to run. This is the most common distance today. It is, I don't know what race 5 is. What is race 5? 6.5 furlongs. Where did that go? Did I close that out?
I don't know.
I did 6.5 furlongs today.
It's up there.
Yeah, here it is. 6. It's because I have other things. 6.5 furlongs. Again, early inside speed. The way to go. Hopefully that holds up in the mud today. And it looks like the speed is not on the inside, though.
No, it's on the outside, 5 and the 7. But there's plenty of them that have speed in here. That so it's anyone's guess who's going to get that quarter pole first.
You know, the 5 and the 7 want to be out there, though. Everybody else counts the one in the middle back, so they could get an edge in there, Terry. Well, it looks like the 5 of those 2 front runners has the most likely opportunity to find a race today that matches when it's done well in the past.
Well, it does have a 67.81% C-zone, but there's actually one above it that has a higher C-zone number. So it'll be more comfortable.
Hey, Don, thanks for letting us know about that. Tomorrow, I will 1,000% make sure that that's not up there, or if there's a way to make it bigger so that it fits on your screen, I will let you 1,000% know. But right now, it just popped up there today, and I thought it would actually be a value add, but it sounds like it's not. So won't happen again. As far as your jockeys and trainers, Terry, looks like a few in there to look at.
Yeah, 7's the best jockey, 6 the best trainer, but the 6 is also the best jockey trainer combination, according to the data.
Hello, Jose. Nice to see you again. I'm sure it's sunnier and warmer in Venezuela than it is in Chicago, where we're getting lake effect snow. Everybody showing some improvement last time out. Everybody basically running at the same class that they ran the last time out. Terry, 1 horse is your simulation favorite. 5 is a more than 1 length. Early pace plus late pace favorite. Who is your favorite?
Well, in this race, I like the 5. Finished 3rd versus similar in last race. Best dirt speed is fast month today. Starters has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 20% of the claiming races he has horses running in. Then Miss Cinnamon, the 4, is my second choice. She likes Parx Racing. She's finished the money 59% of the time, winning 10% of the starts. And at today's distance, she's been the money 80% of the time, winning 20% of the start. Love Like Crazy, the 1, is my third choice, won 2 out of the last 4 starts. Rail Post is winning at a 20% clip and can improve while returning to a sprint. Number 6, Spirited Ride, is by long shot, has a high percentage winning trainer, and her best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. She's actually tied with the horse above that I talked about. And no additional bets for me in this race.
I'm going to go with the 5-horse 2 softer. Top last race speed figure. That was 6 points better than everybody else. Better across the board. Pace setter on the lead as a loanee, maybe. The 6-horse Spirited Ride. A little better across the board last time out. Better early pace, better mid pace, better late pace, and horse has some additional upside. Phone Eats First. The 7-horse. More early pace. Resume says that a big pop in the second race after a layoff is likely or possible. So you see here, I'm a big fan of race horses doing, you see trends. So from 67 to 71, a little bit of move up. And then in the other time, a second race from 58 to 75. So anyway, very likely that the horse improves a little bit. 73 is the highest last race speed figure anyway. So any improvement off of that, the 7 could be tough to beat. And then the 1 horse, Love Like Crazy, is your simulation favorite. Cutting back in distance could be the key to the winner's circle. Before we move on to the second half of the card, Terry, race number 6, to make sure you don't miss the Parx show tomorrow, or Churchill Downs on Wednesday, or I'm not sure, probably Aqueduct on Thursday, and then Caulfield on Friday. Hey, that's our TV guide schedule for the week. What's the best thing you can do?
Well, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel or on X, and go ahead and hit the little bell on the YouTube channel, which will notify you about all these programs coming up. And then copy the link below, share it with everybody you know so that they can come and check this out. Go to our social sites such as X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Skies at Horse Race the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. Helps us out quite a bit. And keep these comments and picks coming. Really enjoy to see them. It helps us out a lot.
Yeah, and I promise that I will contact StreamYard tomorrow to make sure that for those of you who are watching on tablets or on your phones, that the goofy layout, if there's a way to fix it so that you can see it on your phone and it's actually an improvement, then I will go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I will just leave it as we've done in the past, since that seems to have worked. Race number 6, as we move on to the second half of the card, another 6 furlong race, Terry. This one's claiming 12,500. Inside 3 speed usually gets the job done at 6 furlongs. And, well, really doesn't look like the speed's on the outside. It looks dead smack in the middle.
That's right. That number 6 has the most speed, followed up by that outside horse, the 10. But we'll just have to wait and see who can get out of that gate first.
Tom says, skip the 4 and the 7, 5 top improving horse, third start after layoff for Thomas on the 5 horse. Angel Mesa, who's a maybe horse in there. As far as our race shape is concerned, 4 on the front, 1 in the middle, 5 in the back. That's what we call a Sesame Street horse, unlike any of the others, Terry. And it looks like he could get a good trip in that middle spot.
Yeah, you sure can. If you look at that numbers there, the 4 is a pressure and could go pretty good there. So
Raphael, pick 4, race number 7. Well, we haven't gotten there yet, but take a look at that. Keep that in mind, folks. Timestamp it. It is 28:02 on the clock. So you can come back and look at that. As far as the other significant data, Terry, the 10 horse, Lady D'Oro, by far the best jockey trainer combination. Also, top simulation odds, top total pace. It is a yes horse. Looks like a long shot in there, Terry. 5-2 versus 12-1. Any other value style horses?
yeah, take a look at the 3. It's 3-1 versus 6-1, and the 5 is 11-1 to 15-1.
Yeah, and Tom says that's a good horse to keep an eye on. Look at this 10 horse too. Almost a 60% chance to hit par at this level. 73. Interesting that that's 15-1 morning line. I got a sneaky suspicion he won't be 15-1 more or 12-1 morning line. I think based upon your pick, you don't think either, Terry.
Yeah, well, I like that 10 Lady Aura that has that high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Highest last speed rating, highest speed figure at today's distance. Then the 11 Champagne Mischief has a high percentage winning jockey. Early speed running style will help her chances, and she likes the distance. And then Wine and Roses has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, the 1 horse. And then the 3 should have been a Cowgirl as my long shot. Finished 3rd in the last race. Early speed running style will help chances. Best dirt speed is faster than the average winning speed. No additional bets here.
I have the Wine and Roses. It's a pretty big class dropper for Wine and Roses. So you're dropping 2.4 lengths. That's a pretty big class drop in there. That's like about 12 speed figure points that horse is moving down. Number 10, the long shot turns simulation favorite. Track dropper, Lady D'Oro, you got Michael Sanchez, Michael Pino, the trainer. Those 2 win at 42% together. Sim favorite, top total pace. Number 11, Champagne Mischief. That one is got better early speed. Has a nice maintenance work to keep the Stephen Covey saw sharp. And it's a pretty good distance for this horse. 3 times out, a win and a second. I think if I remember correctly, 8 times out, and I think only a third, but that's just from recollection and probably wrong. And then the 6 horse, Be My Queen, is going to be out front. as your pace setter that we see here. It is a yes horse. So that horse means it can get out to the front and stay there on the class drop. I like that combination. So it makes my bets as well. No additional money wagers for me in race number 6. Looks like we got a minute to race number 2, Terry, so we can probably fly through race number 7. The beginning of the pick 4, another 1 mile race. They're going to make that single lap around the track. Does tend to favor horses with some early speed, Terry. So who's got the early giddy up and go in the lucky 7?
Well, take a look there. The 3 has lots of speed compared to the others, almost double the speed according to the data, so it should get out there first.
Yes, it's a 1 length. The 6 horse has a 1 length late speed. The 4 horse is the only yes horse. The 6 going to get a great trip. The 5-point last race speed figure. So I think that leaves everybody out but the 2, Terry.
Yeah, that's true.
Where do you see that 2 fitting in to start your pick 4?
Well, I like the 4. Got game. 2 wins out of 4 starts. Quick early speed favors shorter distance. Shares top speed days filled, and it has an effective trainer jockey combination. And then the 5, my second choice, won at the last race at Parx Racing by 7 lengths. Has a high percentage winning trainer. 3 Starship Legend ran second in the last race. Early speed running style helps chances, can improve at the shorter distance, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. Royal Party, the 6 is my long shot. Longer distance will offer hope, I believe, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play the last pick 4. I'm going to use the 4-5 with the 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, with the 3, 5, with the 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, a $50 ticket.
You go fast. Got game. Sim Fave, top total pace. Lone Parks rerun is an easy win. Melody's Kiss, much better early pace in its last race and much faster to boot. That horse is sneaky improvement. Starship Legend does have an aggressive early speed edge as your pace setter. And then the 5 horse, top last race speed figure, a handful of points better than everybody else. Drew off by 7 in a field of 12. So it wasn't like he was running against 3 people. My pick 4 is going to go 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 5, 2, 8, 9, 10 to round out my pick 4. And then Raphael singling to 4, 5, 7, singling to 5, 2, 8, and 10. How about that? Race number 2 is just about ready to get going. The 4 horse, big favorite at 3 to 5. So you're kind of hoping you take that one out in the pick 4, if that's what you're doing. According to our sim sheets, the 4 horse was the only yes horse, Cocktail Humor. Nobody else getting to or anywhere near close to par for this race, which is what, a maiden claiming race? Is that right? Race 2? Yes, maiden claiming 2,500. They're off and they're running. The horse is seeking their first wins. At the moment, the 4 horse has darted to the lead, as we suspected it might. The 3 horse in close contention as well, although the 5 horse snuck his nose up in there at 15 to 1. The 4 horse has made way. He's clear, about a length and a half ahead of everybody else. The 3 horse at 13 to 1. I'll say no more. Is trying to run that horse down after the opening quarter of 22.07 seconds, going a little bit on the fast side, Mr. Terry. And then around the bend, they work their way to go. The 4 horse still out there comfortably all by himself. Really the only horse that looks like it might be a threat is the 1 horse at this moment. 5 horse is going backwards. 4 horse out there all by myself, although he may have gone a little bit too fast. I feel like he went 45 and change. The 1 horse at 5 to 1 continues to make up ground. He's probably going to be your winner because it's the one I left off in my ticket as my next pick, but I don't think that's the case. The jockey on the 4 looking between his legs. He knows there's nothing coming. He knows this one's wrapped up. Should have singled the 4 like our good friend Raphael did. It's going to go 4, 1, 6, and then 5. 4, 1, 6, and 5, with the closer moving pretty good at the end. 1 to 5 final odds on that 4 horse, Terry. That one, not surprising, coming off to be the only yes horse. 45% chance that he would hit par. Big simulation favorite at 4 to 5, so 1 to 5, way too low. There you go. Race 8, 3 races to go today. So in race number 8, we are looking at another 6.5 furlong. With the inside 3 speed, has a big impact. and who will have the biggest impact at the start?
Well, the inside horse, has the best numbers there. So you take a look at that.
And this one is an optional claiming for $75,000. Pretty interesting to see Tap Dancing Cowgirl in there. Second race par ability of 85. So a typical second race improvement. That's a touch better than that 84 number. So really going to have to come up to the maximum level to get there. Looking at that one horse, Terry, it does look like it's going to get a great trip.
It sure does. It gets a 93.81% C zone, so it can be very comfortable in this race.
Yeah, I mean, this horse race should really favor the speed, the 4 and the 1. Pilot, co-pilot, everybody else wants to close into that mix there, Terry. Any value?
Yeah, if you take a look there, the 4 shows from 7-2 to 9-2, and the 7 has from 5-2 to 5-1.
Yeah, and speaking of par, the 4 and the 5 have both gotten above that number. 5 with a 5-point last race speed figure edge. So the 1 has all the early speed. The 2 has all the late speed. The 5 has the top total top speed figure by a handful of points of everybody else. And the 3 can get there with second race improvement. The 2 tops the list of your top total pace. So that's the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5. I mean, that's everybody, Terry. Is this another yes horse, all horse race?
Yeah, well, in this race here, I like the 5 horse, the Devil's Arrow. Won his last race, Parx Racing. Cuts back in distance. That'll help due to the early speed running style that she has. And the best start speed is fast among today's starters. She tied with another. Has a proven jockey and trainer, Irish Bamba, yeah, 7. She finished in the money in 5 races out of 6 career starts. So she's very competitive horse, finishing 3rd in her last race. She has a high top winning trainer who wins 25% of the allowance races he has horses competing in. Tap Dancing Cowgirl, the 3, won her debut race and has a high percentage winning jockey. She is my 3rd choice. My long shot is 4 I Am Rue. She has a high percentage winning trainer, switches to high percentage winning jockey. Best start speed is fast among today's starters. She's actually tied with Devil's Arrow and has a good 4 furlong workout on November 4th. No additional bets for me here.
So Thomas says number 7, 3rd start off the layoff. Skip Tap Dancing Cowgirl. I can't skip the Dancing Cowgirl there, Thomas, because long before the show started, I made the Tap Dancing Cowgirl my first pick. Second race upside. Going to catch some first-time Lasix to boot. The horse showed some pretty good push at the end of its debut. You'll see down here. Boom. Nice little jump in there. One going away. I know the pen shippers. I'm not the biggest fan of those. But catching that first-time Lasix was decently bet. Hopped at the start. Made a rally. I think that horse fares well today. I am not skipping it. Sorry, Thomas. Race second pick. Irish Bamba, yes, the 3rd start after layoff. But what's cool about this horse is 5 consecutive speed figure increases. Again, Barry Meadows' book, The Skeptical Handicapper for Data Nerds. Go get it. That's an alpha angle that wins at 15% or more. And the only time Irish Bamba ran at 6.5 furlongs, you know what it did, Terry?
It won.
Yes, indeedy. Number 5, Devil's Arrow is that top last race speed figure, 5 points better. One of 2 yes horses with the 4. First time making a 3rd start after a layoff, so potential boomer bust opportunity. And then the 1 horse definitely faced better horses than it's facing today. Has all that early speed advantage. Top C zone by far. I've seen that too many times to skip the 1 horse. Race 9. Terry, oh, this looks like your best bet of the day.
Yep.
I have some ideas in this race too that might differ from yours. So in the 9th race, we're going to go 6.5 furlongs again. Let me just make sure that the screen accurately reflects where we're at. There we go. We've talked about it a handful of times probably already today. Inside speed, 6.5 furlongs. Quickest way to the winner's circle. Terry, who has the best chance to do that?
Well, it looks like the 7. Look at all that speed it has according to the data. If it get out there and throw the mud back in the faces of the other horses, it should maybe go all the way. Who knows?
Yeah, he does have a lot of early speed in there, Terry. 1 length early speed edge over everybody else. Does look like with the 4 and the 7, they want to be out on the front. Everybody else coming from the middle or back. The 7 horse could like being out there, Terry.
Yeah, actually, could be. I lost train here. Let's see.
Yeah, and then the 3-horse also has a good C zone in there.
Yeah, 93.28%. So looks like it looks like I've got a problem with something here. So, but go ahead.
Yeah, the 1-horse is the only horse that's hit par. Put the Crazy away, probably a good idea. 7-point last race speed figure. Also a length in total pace, so early pace plus late pace. That proves to be true. The 3 wins by about a length, Terry, but not jockey trainer wise.
Yeah, that's right. The 5 has the best jockey. The 3 has the best trainer. So I think the 3 is the best jockey trainer combination.
Don, you have my assurance that tomorrow I won't put that up there like that. I will take that out so that it's not an issue, or I'll do it in a way, if the folks from StreamYard tell me, so that it takes up the entire screen and not just part of your screen. I will find out if I can differentiate between the two. If not, we'll just go back to the old way until I find a way to make sure that if you're using a tablet or something like that, it fills up the whole screen. My apologies. All right, Terry. Well, who's your best bet in race number 9?
Okay, well, in race 9, actually my best bet got scratched, but I did like this one pretty well too. The 3 put the Crazy away, finished the money in her last 3 races, and she has a top winning trainer and jockey. Carousel Queen, the 5, is my second choice, finished 3rd in her last race, winning the prior start, and switches to high percentage winning jockey Jackson's Dixie. The 1 is my 3rd choice. Real Post winning 20% clip, has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 20% of the races when taking a horse from a sprint to a route to a sprint. And her best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. Angel of Hope, 7, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and a good 4 furlong workout on November 4th. I bet $20 to win on the 3. $10 exacta box 3-5, a $10 exacta 3 on top of the 1-5-7, and a $5 exacta box 1-3-5.
For me, I'm going to start off with the 1-horse Jackson's Dixie. Only yes horse. It is a track dropper, and on top of that, Terry, it's the reason why I have it. Number 5, Carousel Queen. That one is 3rd up. You got Michael Sanchez coming back to this horse. The last 2 times he rode it were the horse's 2 best races in the last 10. Put the Crazy away, 3 consecutive speed figure increases in a row. That ended with the top last race speed figure, 7 points. Top total pace of 6 points better than everybody else. And then Angel of Hope, the 7 horse, going to be out front. Does have a strong maintenance workout between starts. That horse can get out to the front and perhaps go there all the way around the track. $5 exacta key box. I'm going to go with the 1 with the only yes horse on the track drop over everybody else, and then the other way around. The last race for you and me today, and unfortunately a bad situation for people who use mobile devices. We'll get that fixed, I promise, tomorrow, Don Johnson. The last race of the day is 6 furlongs for race number 10, Terry. And to make sure that you catch our Parx show tomorrow, as well as Churchill on Wednesday, Aqueduct on Thursday, Caulfield with Thomas and I, instead of him making fun of all my picks in the comment section, Terry, what do you do?
Well, you subscribe to YouTube channel, hit the bell so that it tells you about Foreign Fridays and all the rest of the different programs coming up about 30 minutes before they come up. And then copy the link below and share it with everybody you know so that you can go ahead and have them come and take a look at us. Go to our social sites such as X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Skies at Horse Race, the number 2 day, and give us a thumbs up and a like. And then keep the comments coming as Thomas and Don Johnson and the rest of the folks are doing this morning, as we like to see them, and we'd love to see their picks.
Yep, again, 6 furlongs. We've talked about that favoring inside speed. And looks like in this race, all the speed belongs to the Buffalo Girls.
Yeah, that's right. They're all outside, but it's really anybody's guess who's going to get that quarter pole first. It just depends on who gets the best break.
Yeah, I mean, you see the 9, the 8, and the 10 over here. The 7, it's pretty similar across the board. 3 horses have hit par. The 10 horse in here, smooth motion. 5 ways better. I like that. I found that a lot of horses that showed better pace across the board and better fractions are finding their way to the winner's circle, especially on a class drop, Terry. And there's no drop in class when you look at the connections.
That's right. He's got a best jockey. 8's the best trainer, but the 10 is the best jockey trainer combination.
6 and 10 up on the front. Everybody else in the middle back. Another Sesame Street horse in here with Coach Knight, the only PC type. So if these guys go too fast, he can be patient. If he goes too slow, he could press up in there, Terry, although it looks like others might find this race's pace to look more like their better performances than the two.
Yeah, all of them have some kind of C zones, but take a look at that 1 and that 9. They have the best C zone numbers there, so they're going to be very comfortable in the race.
7 is your simulation favorite and your top total pace horse. That's Happy Flyer. 20-1, huge drop for Happy Flyer off the sim odds. I don't think I have the 7 in my picks to close it out, nor do you. Maybe we'll regret that in the end. Same picks, just a different order. What do you got?
I like the 8 Scheduling Dude, fastest speed at today's distance, best start speed record, and the trainer and jockey have strong win rates, handles the distance well. Coach Knight ran second versus Tougher last race and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, the 2 horse. The 9 is my long shot. My third choice, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then the 10 Smooth Motion is my long shot. She likes Parx Racing. She's made the money 55% of the time, winning 18% of the starts, and likes the distance. So she's winning the money 100% of the races. No additional bets for me as I'm out of money.
All right, I have the 2 horse, Coach Knight, topping my picks to close the card today. Moving up the speed ladder, so it's improving race to race with some better early pace. So I expect to see more of that. The 10 horse, Smooth Motion, 5 ways better. Talked about that with a better early pace, better mid pace, better fractions, and your biggest class dropper. Then the 8 horse, Scheduling Dude, Yes Horse, should be forward versus these. And then finally, Vite Ment, best angle in the race, the trainer, 37% of the time winning second off the claim. For the horse that has the most back class, maybe the new trainer can find that class and get it to the course today. That wraps up our picks. Race number 1 and 2 are in the books. Well, that's kind of hard to see that. So let me shrink this in size now. There you go. Again, I promised Don tomorrow we'll get it right. So my apologies for that. Thank you for your patience today, Don. We'll get that corrected as we will make sure that tomorrow's show fits every screen. That is a promise for sure. So race number 1, I think the 6 horse one, neither one of us had that. Race number 4 to the 4 horse one. That means in race number 5, you have to pick a horse that neither one of us picked, because that's what happened in race number 1, that alternating. Race 2, we got that pick 4 already cooking. Race 3, I have a $5 exacta key box. The 2 over the 1, 3, and 6. And right now, the 2 horse is 2-1. The 3 horse is your favorite at 1-1. So hopefully the 2 horse wins and something else finishes second. Race number 4, our second pick 4s. Hopefully we catch something better than the 1 to 5 to top the ticket. I have the 2, 3, 5, and 6 in a trifecta box. Race number 5, nothing. Race number 6, nothing. Race 7, the late pick 4. Race 8, nothing. Race 9, Terry's best bet. And I have an exacta key box with the 1, the track dropper, class dropper, nothing in race number 10. Again, free picks today at Will Rogers at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. There is a link in the description on YouTube, as well as in the article we'll just put over there at horseracingtoday.net. You're also going to find a tip jar there, as well as a link to the explanation to our smart sheets, as well as today's smart sheets. While you're at horseracingtoday.net, hit that HRT gear button. I promise you the cold weather's coming, so that means coffee's coming. Although everybody I know who drinks coffee does it 24/7, 365. So not only will the coffee mug come in handy now when it's colder, but when you drink your regular daily coffee to get your caffeine fix like me. All right, Terry, that wraps it up for today. Any final thoughts from you before we get up and get out of here?
Yeah, just stay nice and warm and safe in all this nasty weather back there in the Chicago area and everywhere else. I see up Finger Lakes, it's snowing like crazy too. So anyway, and then just have a great week, and then we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, cold and all of that lake effect snow going on around here. Lauren, how many picks today do you have aggregated over at Lauren_Schaap on SCHAAP on X? Make sure you head over there. before we get back together again, no matter what type of weather you're experiencing. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have a better show experience for those on mobile devices. My apologies for that. We certainly hope that you have God's grace, God's favor in every single thing that you do.
Ends up in the winner's circle.
Yes, make it a blessed Money Monday. See you mañana.